Bibliophobia! It is a noun, and it is the fear of running out of books to read. And because of this book haul, I don't have that problem. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizard of the Reads, and as always guys, I am Andrew, and today I am back with another book haul. But before we get into that book haul, make sure to do all that YouTube nonsense. Please check the description box down below for the link to the Wizardly Duo Discord, as well as links to all of my social media. Please like this video and subscribe, as it helps grow the channel. And let's jump in to a book haul. Now guys, I have got, I think, upwards of 20 books here. Now this is the November and December book haul. Mainly, somehow, I don't know how this happened. I mean, I probably know how it happened, but for the last 4 or 5 months, I have been a month in the rears with my book hauls. So whenever you've been seeing a book haul, that was from books from weeks ago. And I just, for somehow, got in this rut. And now I am back on schedule here for you. So these are all recently acquired books. I say recently because I didn't really film a book haul in November. The book haul you saw in November was filmed in October. Like I said, I got weirdly behind, but this book haul is being filmed in December, so it should be a little bit more relevant. So going forward, you should get these on a more regular basis. And guys, I just have to say this is fairly early December as I'm recording, and as the gifts come in, I just have to give a heartfelt thank you to everybody who supports the channel, either through the Patreon. I love my patrons. They're fantastic. They help me grow this channel. They help me improve the channel with just, subscription services and equipment, things of that nature. Fantastic. But also regular viewers who, do go to that description box down below, and I link my Amazon wishlist there. And always, it's always great at Christmas time and near my birthday, where gifts just start coming in. It's heartwarming. It's so great that the community chooses to, that somebody would spend money to send me a book is just always incredibly heartwarming. So I just want to give a special thank you from the bottom of my heart. And with that, we're going to do some gifts. First, I've only got a few at this point, but these are going to be cherished parts of my collection. So I do a mod exchange with the moderators of the Wizardly Duo Discord. We've done it for the last 2 years, and it's basically I don't know if it's White Rabbit or it's Secret Santa. It's a Secret Santa type of deal. And my friend Sharon Dwyer got me the third and final book, The Voyage of the Forgotten, by Nick Martell. I haven't started the series yet, but my good friend and booktube big sister, Leslie the Nerdy Narrative, she read the entire trilogy in a week. She could not put this down. And guys, I am so excited to give this a try. I mean, this has got quotes from Jerry Zoll on the back, James Islington. I mean, this is, and just getting in on that cover. Look at that. It's like a Hydra dragon thing with it's got those blue tones that I like, but it's got nice pops of purple. Guys, this book is absolutely stunning to hold in person. I'm in love with it, and I now have the complete trilogy, and I cannot wait to start this series by Nick Martell. I'm so excited. Speaking of Leslie, the Nerdy Narrative, she kindly gifted me The Awakening Fire, and I had put this on my wish list, mainly because of Leslie's review. She did an unboxing. She kind of does these shorts and stuff like that on her channel. And I remember seeing her unpackage this one. And then I started messaging her, and I was like, oh, that cover is so cool. You can see, the outline of the sword. And then, you've got the flames and stuff in the sword. And she's like, yeah, the cover was so engaging. And so, just captivating that I had to start it immediately. She read it in, 2 days. And then she messaged me. She's like, it's amazing. So I was like, okay, it's going on my wish list. She kindly got me a copy to read. So thank you so much, Leslie. This is awesome. And it's just gorgeous. This is The Awakening Fire by Cassidy Failing. Beautiful, beautiful book. And then my patron and friend, Trin, of Portable Magic, she sent me 2 amazing gifts. She sent me Ben Galley's The Written. I can't quite spring for the Kickstarter versions of these, just because they're super nice, but B, I want a reader copy of these. I remember first seeing this paperback on the shelf of like a shelfie from my friend CK, who's over in Slowly Red's Discord. And she had all of these, and I was like, oh, those are super beautiful. Like, you can see the little icon down here. And honestly, the paperback versions of Emaneska by Ben Galley, I'm in love with the cover art here, and it's just, this is going to be good. Like, I can't wait to read this. I own this book 3 ways. I have the audio, I have the physical, and the ebook. So, I am planning on probably starting this, I think, February, maybe, of 2023, but I'm so excited for this. I think it's Norse-inspired fantasy. I could be wrong. And then she kindly got me Curse of the Fallen by H.C. Newell. And there's a funny story about this. I am getting book 2 later. That will show up in my next book haul. I won it in a Twitter giveaway the same day that this came in the mail. So she gifted me book 1, and then I won book 2 on Twitter the same day. And I cannot wait for this. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about A.C. Newell's Curse of the Fallen, and I'm excited. And I mean, just look at this cover. Like, you want to talk about just great covers. This is one of the greats. All right, then I've got, let's see, speaking of Twitter, that's a good transition into Twitter giveaways. So, this one I know is a Twitter giveaway. The other one, not so sure. But this is Fangs of War. It came packaged like this. Like, I didn't want to unwrap it before the book haul. This is the Blood and Steel Saga Book 1. Time is running out. I don't know. He's coming. He lives. Let's go ahead and give this one an open. I have not laid eyes on the physical book. It came in the mail, and I put it on the shelf because I wanted to open the paper super slowly here for you on camera. Alright, and I've got the ebook of this, but I did not have a physical copy. And there we have it. The Fangs of War, the Blood and Steel Saga, Book 1. A gorgeous spine. This one is going to look like a banger on the shelf. Look at that. Oh, geez. I know this is grimdark, and I know it got a lot of buzz. I love that golden crown amongst the snakes. I am excited. Oh, it's got a bookmark in it, and it is signed. Look at that. Thank you, EJ. Thank you so much for this. All right, and then I've got this one, and it's just purple, and I don't remember what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and list that as in the giveaways because, oh, this is a review copy. Okay, this is a review copy. This is The Crew. Immediately, as soon as I saw the bookmarks, I knew what this was. Oh, this one is so cool. This has been getting a lot of buzz. I should have remembered what this was. Oh, it's got tape, and we're just kind of here, let's do some ASMR. I'll shut up and... Do you have enough? Alright, this is the paperback version of The Crew by Sadir S. Samir. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got that right. I know this is likened to Kings of the Wild and Deadpool, and I don't know how that's going to work together, but I am excited. This is awesome. I love this cover. Got somebody in a purple turban. Looks like we've got some Middle Eastern vibes going on here. Nice. Let's see. Oh, it's actually got a little bit of a scent to it. That's nice. Oh, and it's signed. Oh, thank you so much. That is awesome. Okay, I'm going to stop geeking out. Okay. So, since I only had one Twitter giveaway, and that way I've moved into review copies, we're going to continue with review copies. This one, I just read last week. I absolutely loved it. I need to get my review done for this, but this is Blood Reunion by J.C.M. Byrne. This is book 3 in the Hybrid Helix, cover by Chris McGrath. Again, just another absolute banger of a story by J.C.M. Byrne. I don't know how he keeps constantly making it work, but he makes it work. The Hybrid Helix is definitely something that you should be reading. I almost said that you should be watching. Frankly, I would love to watch an adaptation of Hybrid Helix. But, yeah, Hybrid Helix it's great space opera with, like, superheroes and some, like, powers and stuff mixed in. There's, like, a lot of lore to explore, multiple races. Just, it's great, great, great stuff. And, like, some analyzing of the human condition. So, it's definitely a good one. I've then got The Sword of Mercy and Wrath. I'm tripping over my tongue a little bit right now. By N.C. Oh, I am going to butcher that. It's funny. You know how you read a name and your brain automatically assigns something to it, and the moment you try and say it, it just your like throat just locks up. That just happened to me. But anyway, if you've seen this on Twitter, you know what it is. This is a kind of supernatural werewolf story, werewolf hunter type of deal. This was provided to me as a review copy. It's very short. I've also got the ebook of this. I'm very excited to read this. Celine wants revenge on the werewolves that destroyed her family and mutilated her body. When the secretive order of the Golden Sword offers her the chance, she lets go of her past to become a fully fledged sword of the order. Her pain drives her to excel at hunting and killing the creatures, drawing the attention of the unnerving Lord Inquisitor. Give it a sniff. Not a lot of scent there, but a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Alright, next up, I have received a paperback edition of I Anonymous's Book 2, Baden Hill. I enjoyed Book 1. I listened to that one on audio, and this was kindly gifted to me by the author. And let's scent check. No scent. I'm doing this for my BookTube big sister, Leslie. I've got to keep the tradition going. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I'm expecting more Arthurian dark fantasy, so we will see what this has in store. I should be reading and or listening to that one here shortly. Next up, this one's cool. So I didn't unwrap this one. It says case file number 523, Blackwood Valentine, and he's got these like claw marks on this like kind of black and purple tissue paper. It's just so cool. I know exactly what book this is. This is from my good friend Tori Talks, who is a booktube / self-pub author. Booktuber / self-pub author. There we go. Get it right, Andrew. All right. Oh, we've got a little bit of purple here. Just a little bit of purple card. But right here we have got Victoria Tekken Phased. And this is a grimdark YA story, I think is how it was sold to me. Val lunged against the restraints, wrists burning. Everything was white. According to the Domestication and Assimilation Organization, Val and Lynn Blackwood are the most dangerous kind of werewolves. We've got another werewolf story. Although they were raised in the wild, their true blood heritage has made them little more than experiments. For years, now their freedom depends on their ability to become as human as possible, thrown into an assimilation school with humans and werewolves who have never known what it means to be wild. Trapped in a world where they don't belong and fighting to stay one step ahead of the horrific past that chases them, any wrong move could send them back to those stark white cells, losing their last chance of freedom. Again, another one that's going to look beautiful spine out on the bookshelf. This one is just an absolute banger. Thank you so much, Tori. This looks awesome. And then again, very personalized to Andrew Wizard Maddox. Thank you so much, Tori. This is awesome. I love this. All right, and then of course I've showcased these on the channel already and on my Bookstagram. But we've got Deathless Beast by Andrew D. Meredith, and then the one that just dropped is Book 2, Bone Shroud. This is collections 1 and 2 of the Collation Saga. There we go. Saga. Collation Saga. Fantastic books. I've already read Deathless Beast and done an author interview, which you can check out right there. Guys, great stuff. Andrew D. Meredith is a fantastic author and a fantastic human being. You should buy his books. Please buy his books. Look at that. Again, consistency on the cover makes a book nerd happy. All right, and now we've got the books that I myself purchased with my just really low levels of self-control. Now, those who... Oh, don't fall over. All right, those who remember, I read Christopher G. Brenning's The Hellborn King Saga, Book 1, The Hellborn King. Well, this is Book 2, Wrathbringer. I'm hoping... I'm doing a whole, like, sequels month in February. Maybe even going on into March, because I have started all these fantastic self-pub series, and I'm not finishing them. I'm just reading the first book and moving on. And, guys, I loved Hellborn King, And so Wrathbringer is so high on that list. It's a bit of a beefy boy, but oh, look at that cover. I did a review for that, again, right there, up in the cards. Please check that one out. Fantastic book, fantastic author. So, yes. Okay, next up, I've got... funny story about this is they broke the street date on this. I was randomly driving by Barnes & Noble. I never go into Barnes & Noble because books there are just so expensive. And then I happened to see 5 days prior to release Empire of Exiles by Aaron M. Evans. And this is Books of the Usurper. Book 1. I love the cover. It's kind of reminiscent of like the First Law and stuff like that. It's got that nice parchment map. And it says, a scribe, a mage, an archivist, and an investigator. 4 unlikely heroes, a secret threatening an empire. That just sounds awesome. The people that I know who have read it have enjoyed it. I don't know when I'll get to it, but it is now on the shelf. Alright, next up, I have got the third and final book in the Hanged God trilogy, and this is Slaughtered Gods. I've been waiting to start the series until the third book came out. This is Tilda Cold Holt, and frankly, guys, another banger of a cover. My buddy, the Boiled Jellyfish, absolutely loves this series. He's got me psyched up for it, so I had to get all 3 books here on the shelf. Look at that gorgeous, I love that little medallion here right at the bottom. This is put out by Solaris, and yeah, I mean, this is the third book. I'm not going to read the blurb on the back. I don't know if it's spoiler or not. Then, filling out my collection, I got The Queen of Bedlam by Robert McCammon. And guys, this is the second book in the Matthew Corbett series. It's another chunker. I really enjoyed Speaks the Nightbird. There's one scene in there that's I kind of liken to the WTF from, like, you know, Stephen King's It. Like, did that need to be there? Did we need that? There's one of those scenes kind of just halfway through Speaks the Nightbird. But I've been told that Queen of Bedlam is even better than Speaks the Nightbird, and even with a scene like that, I gave it 4.5 out of 5. This series comes highly recommended to me by my buddy Scott, the Bald Booktuber. So Scott, here it is. It's on the shelf. My only issue with this book, in terms of physical, is if you get right there, why is that cut off? Why? It doesn't make sense. It's literally, you've cut the word books, the bottom third of the word books off. Whatever, it's going on the shelf. It's there. I'm going to read it. I'm going to love it. Let's continue. Now, I believe it was, again, speaking of Tori from Tori Talks, she was reading some Con Iggulden. And this is the Emperor series. And I think I've heard Alan talk about this series as well. I wanted to kind of get into some Con Iggulden, like I mentioned in my 2023 goals. I want to kind of explore more historical fiction. And this is Julius Caesar-inspired Roman historical fiction. So we've got kind of, it's a little larger than mass market paperback, but not much. Let's see. I think I've got this all out of order. Doesn't matter. Let's see. We're going to say Emperor, the Gates of Rome. I've probably done that wrong. Emperor, the Field of Swords. Okay, I can speak. I promise. We're going to put that there. Emperor, the Death of Kings. Emperor, the Blood of the Gods. I think this is the last one. And Emperor, the Gods of War. So, went ahead and picked those up. And then I think we've only got 2 books left. Speaking of, I picked up, again, my buddy the Boiled Jellyfish. He's always picking up self-pub books and, like, introducing me to self-pub authors. And I'm like, I want to check that out. So we've got J.D.L. Russell. And I believe this series is called Rune War. And I think this is another Norse inspired fantasy, but this is book 1, The Throne of Ice and Ash. I believe book 3 in this one is coming out in February or March, and I am planning on picking up the second book soon so that I can kind of build out my JDL Russell collection, because frankly, the man is a writing machine, and like I've seen like him do Kickstarters for like The Last Ranger and things of that nature, and so he's very much on my radar. Like JDL, I am working on it. I did want to start with Rune War because for some reason, the Norse mythology, or the Norse, I should say North fantasy. Norse? Did I say North or Norse? I don't know. The Norse fantasy really just appeals to me. So I'm starting here. I'm going to be picking up the books as I kind of go, and we'll see what happens. And then finally, this one it's the second book, but that's because somebody spoiled what they're getting me for Christmas, and I already know I'm getting books 1, 3, and 4 because my wish list was all messed up, and they didn't get me book 2. So I went ahead and picked up book 2. But this is a recommendation from my good friend Kayla from Kay's Hidden Shelf, and this is the Spoken Books Uprising by D.T. Kane. Disclaimers, discovery. Gorgeous covers. I will have the next 3 books, or I shouldn't say the next 3 books, the other 3 books in my next book haul, where I will kind of talk about this series a little bit more. But I mean, this cover is absolutely awesome. We've got like a dragon, like an ethereal dragon coming out of the cover. It's just something super special and something really, really cool. That said, guys, that is everything that I have been acquiring over the last, like, 6 weeks. I've been kind of slowing down as I just kind of get everything set up. Doesn't leave a lot of time for book buying. A lot of time for audiobooking, though. But, again, if you have sent me a book or if you are sending me a book, I just want to give a heartfelt thank you. And I will do another just general thanks in my next book haul as well. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. Thank you, and as always, peace out, stay magical, bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.